What made you want to write this book in the first place? This mind book. Why?
Yeah, so Michael and I had both written popular books earlier. I wrote one about drinking water. He wrote one about certain aspects of ownership, why it's hard to get people together to do things. And we were looking for a new topic, and a friend of mine said, it's funny, no one's ever written Freakonomics for how we own things. If you look at Freakonomics, I know, I'm sure that you know about it.
Yeah.
Basically, if you look at it as a writer, essentially, it is taking very clever stories to teach pretty simple microeconomics. And if you understand basic incentives, you know why sumo wrestlers cheat and why drug dealers live with their mother, right? It makes you feel smarter after reading it. We do the same thing with ownership, right? It turns out that how ownership works, they're just 6 simple stories that explain everything. And we try to use clever, engaging stories to sort of bring you in. And, after you've read Freakonomics, you look for individual incentives. After you've read our book, you look at the different ways we own things. And once you start looking at how we own things, then the world just snaps into focus. And you start asking the kinds of questions that we've been talking about on the show so far.
Yeah, I think if you're a musician out there and or somebody that creates stuff that gets licensed in any kind of way, you really should take a look at this book. If you're a person that owns property, you should probably take a look. There's a number of people. Maybe just if you're alive, take a look.
Yeah, if you don't own property, you should understand why you don't. Like, that's a choice that someone else has made for them to own it and you not to.
Right.
And it comes back to our simple stories.
Yeah, it does. And we have a lot of listeners out there right now who are looking to invest their money in different places. I think a book like this helps because right now it's confusing. The world is muddied. I mean, you look what happened with the Robinhood thing for GameStop and for obviously AMC, where they were able to just shut down the market. Dan and I had gone on air and just said, look, it's how do you trust the stock market after that? If you're able just to turn off the game over and over and over again, if something is driving through the roof. I tend to agree with you, where I think real estate will always be real estate, and in particular near an ocean or something like that.
But not too near, because oceans are rising. You want to be a little bit back. Get too close, you're gonna get flooded.
Yeah, it's true. It happened to me once, and I lost the house in that. So you might be right on that, but I'm with you. Look, real estate and land in particular.
Not making more of it. Yeah.
No, they're not making any more of it. I know Oprah's famous saying is God's not making any more beaches. And then there's a reason why Bill Gates is buying up. What is he? Isn't he the largest landowner in the United States now?
He's
it used to be Ted Turner.
Landowner in America, where Ted Turner had these huge ranches now it's and bigger even than these big Texas ranches. Out in Montana and Wyoming, enormous amounts of land.
Not to be
actually some of the secrets of the super rich. It's not just that they stash their money in South Dakota, but they buy farmland in Saskatchewan. They're buying farmland in these remote Canadian provinces. Their long-term play is these will all be temperate farming communities down the road, and they want to get in ahead of while they're still not farmable.